guys, I'm up here checking the oats that we had a couple weeks ago. On the ground. They're a couple inches tall. A little thin in spots, but it's coming. This cornfield I planted, I sprayed it the other day again. Actually, I said this one hasn't been sprayed before. This one's only sprayed once. Hopefully this stuff starts to die. It's turning lighter green, so hopefully it's dying. So I rent this 16 acres here on this side hill, and then some of these contours the landlord runs, some of the contours and these other bigger fields another neighbor runs. He's a dairy farmer. His new seedings come out of the ground. It really sucks that I get this 16 acres that's way in the back, and it's quite the trail getting back here. It used to come in by the house down there, but there's a spring that runs down that driveway to the right side of that driveway, kind of like a water run. In dry years he bails after horse hay and sells it to horse people, but he hasn't been able to cut it or anything for the last 2 or 3 years, and we had to make this trail come around this backside so I could get to my fields, which sucks having to drive through all these fields that are somebody else's, but it is what it is. I was kind of hoping, he's talking about not having cows anymore, so the front fields by the house he rented to this guy, the dairy farmer, which sucks. I was kind of hoping to get them front fields, but I can't change that now. I had to go down and put gas in Wimpy here. 19.8 on the last tank, so that's an improvement over this winter time. This winter he's getting around 17.5 to 18, so yeah, that hillside, there's the oats, and then where the green is on the back, that's all the corn. There will be corn. The corn's planted there, just obviously not out of the ground yet. Well, I got a funny little story here. This guy, we have really light ground here. He's got a deep ripper, 3-point mount on a John Deere 4430, and he deep ripped all these fields by the house. Well, the landlord, his wife, had to come over and borrow our phone yesterday because he ripped her phone cord out of the ground. I don't understand. I can see the deep ripping if you're in heavy ground, but we do not have heavy ground here. There are spots that might be a little bit heavier, but all that he does when he pulls that deep ripper is pulls them big chunks of sandstone out of the ground. So you spend a lot of money on fuel to make more work. I know there's parts of the world, you guys that do tillage and deep ripping and stuff, you probably have to, but I just don't see it here. This cornfield here, my buddies, That's been no-tilled continuously for the last, I think he said they're on 8 years now. It's 2 years of corn, a year of beans. And they have no issues. Good yields. We don't have heavy ground here. There's really no need to waste the money on fuel here. Try and close that window. The wind is blowing in it. So yeah, I've got to drive all the way back there around that driveway to get to my fields in the back, which I used to chop that for corn silage, and it just takes so long hauling boxes that far. Now it's just, I hate to even have the hay on that hillside, but at least with the hay I can bale it, put it in a row along the edge of the field, and come back and haul it all in the fall or whatever with the bale wagon. But yeah, I was hoping to get these fields here, but no such luck. Hopefully I can get the pasture. Then once you start just down this hill a little ways is where my land starts, on this side of the road. I've got a lot of swamp that isn't much good for anything. Make you dizzy looking at all the trees going by. I'd like to pick up this land back in here. There's 20-25 acres back there, but then here's that 40 that mine kind of U-shapes around that I wouldn't mind picking up. 15 acres on this side is really thick woods, but here's the corn over here. You guys rode with me when I sprayed it the first go around. I just sprayed it the other day. The first pass, I didn't have near as much Roundup in it as I should have, but that's basically because I wanted to try and kill the orchard grass first, because there's a lot of clover and stuff underneath. So I wanted to try and kill most of the main grass off first, so I knew that when I came back in with the second pass, it would get down to that clover. And I don't have full markers, and I'm a bad judge of width with my booms, so I tend to miss stuff the first time. So that's why I'll do 2 passes, and I have to where the corn stalks are over there, I got to hit that a second time yet before I plant beans. And I was thinking about planting beans today, but I don't think it's gonna happen. We are, if you can see that, 85 degrees today. That's pretty warm all of a sudden for us here. But this driveway here is on the neighbors. You can see that big stump is the corner marker. The barbed wire goes right through the center of it, but this driveway goes to that 12-13 acre field on top of the hill. And this is the guy that I'm hoping he decides to sell me the 35 acres, and I'm gonna fence the whole 35 acres, and then I'll fence the hill out, or the field out, and then I'll make a driveway coming down my side so I don't have to drive up and down the road anymore, and I have to. But then there's my trail that you guys have seen before going up the hill. My new fence here. But I own that land and I own this land. What I'd like to do, I wish I had excavating equipment. I'd love to start knocking that hill down by the road and haul it in here and fill in this part of the swamp so I could square that field up. But I don't think the DNR would appreciate that. I know other guys that have done it, they've got permits to do it, but I'd like to fill that part of the swamp in and make the field square, then back in the other part of the swamp dig a big pond. But right where my fence is, it'd be nice to cut that whole hill down and have the fence go flat, you know, along the road. But it is what it is. This whole hill here most of it's shale. And that's what around here a lot of guys like for building up, you know, feedlots and driveways and stuff, and then you put lime rock over top of it. But you can see the shale in there. It's all shale rock. But you can see the winter right here from the road. You can see in this top part I spread manure last fall, and it's greener, and then it starts getting lighter as it goes down, but it's coming. There's the cows hiding in the shade. Wish they'd go up in the woods and lay in the shade up there, but apparently don't want to venture far from water. It's pretty warm today. And there's the alfalfa they sprayed yesterday with Roundup. Roundup Ready alfalfa. You don't want to have any weeds in your alfalfa. But, well, there you go, guys. There's a little ride down the road. Check the oats. Show you the nice road I gotta drive down to get to my fields over there. So, all right, well, we'll catch you guys on the next one.